Hi, today I'm going to tell you the disadvantages of contracting customary law marriage only. And this topic is essentially needed for women. Women needs to hear what I'm about to say because there are always people that always suffer what comes after marriage. Let's say your husband died or your husband divorced you. There always the weaker vessel that suffers whatever that comes out of marriage. Okay, there are disadvantages of contracting customary law marriage, and especially when your husband died without writing a will. Number one disadvantage is that marrying under customary law marriage is disadvantageous to your wife. How is disadvantageous to your wife is that if you die without writing a will, and probably your wife is not educated and is not financially stable to stand the test or the test of time and to stand your brothers, your siblings, their wickedness, their greediness, what will happen to your children? Especially when your kids are very small and your wife is timid, and even if she's not, because I know there's so many educated um, young wife there, but they don't know their left from their right when it comes to marriage or when it comes to the legal aspect of marriage. So that's why this I am pleased in my heart to say this to so many girls outside there. Please don't mind the movement of my eyes. There are reasons for that. Okay, and to the women, to the women, because if your husband married you only under customary law marriage, because the security that English marriage we accord you is not the same as that customary law marriage we accord you. Reason is that when your husband marries you under the English law, he cannot marry a second wife. And even if he marries a second wife, you have the right to sue him. It's bigamy, it's a crime, it's an offense. Yes. So when he has the idea that see, I married under English law, that cannot marry his second wife, at least he'll come back to his senses. But I think the reason why even when after some men this is but see the only thing is that even if your husband will marry another woman, a second wife, the only way out is to marry a second woman under customary law. Because if your husband got married to you under English law, he cannot wed another woman. Like he cannot do another marriage through English marriage. He can't because it's not allowed. It's an offense, it's a crime. So the only way for him is just to get married customary under customary. And even after marrying under customary, you as the first wife and as the wife that he married under English law, you have the right to sue him at the beginning. Mhm. But law will not allow some wives to do that to their husband. Yes, but this is just the option. It's an option when you are a jealous lover. You don't want to share your husband with any good dealer. Yes. So marrying only under customary law marriage, is disadvantageous to you as a woman based on what I've explained now, and you to the man that is insisting only on customary law marriage. Unless you wrote away before dying. If not, problem for your wife, because your brothers and your sisters might come after them and demanding this, demanding that, and being that you are not married under English law. This will lead us to number two. Number two disadvantages of getting married only under customary law. Because number two is that it is disadvantageous to your children. Mm-hmm. Okay, how it is advantageous to your children is that under the normal customary way, that once a father dies, is the first son that takes over everything and now manage it for the younger ones, or they now share it, but the first son will take the bigger part and all that, all those family stuff, family head um, partitioning. But let's say that your first son is a useless one. You didn't train him well. Now, even if you train him well, he's a greedy one, he's a selfish one, he cannot look after the younger one. Can't you see it has created a problem for you? Because number one, you did not wed under the English law. Because had it been you did your wedding under the English law, if you die without writing a will, there are administrative law, the administration of estates law in all states that shares property, that shares your property equally between you, between your wife and your kids. So by that way, there will be no much trouble between your wife and your kids because the properties will be shared equally and in the right way. So you see how English law, wedding your wife under English law, will save your children. And you see why if you don't marry under English law, if you have you will see, you have seen how it will be very very disadvantageous to your children. Because if your first son is a selfish one, trouble for your kids. But if you wed your wife under the English law, there are two there are great advantage to you and your children, because even if you die without writing a will, that law will still share your property fully without no trouble between your children. So it might bring discord when you marry only under customary law marriage and yet you did not write a will before you die. And remember, nobody knows when you will die. So start now to act. Is that write a will or you wed your wife on that English law? The third one is that it is disadvantageous to your wish. In this aspect, what the law is trying to say here is that had it been you wrote to your will, you see, it will not be disadvantageous to your wish, because in that your will you write down who you want to have this. Okay, have this. Okay, I will have this. But since no wish, no will, your wish is gone. And the worst part of it is that uh, without getting married under English law, the administration of estate law will not apply, because when you are like you're subject to customary law, so they will just remove their hand from anything that concerns you. So as a man, not writing a will and only contracting customary law marriage with your wife, it is going to be disadvantageous to your wife, to your children, and to your wish, and to the woman for allowing your husband to just marry you under customary law marriage. Remember that any other woman can come in freely and easily, because the only way a man can marry more than one wife is if he is married only under customary law marriage, because that is where a man is allowed to marry as many wives as he wants. Under customary law marriage, everything is free. There is no boundary, there is no restriction. A man can marry thousands of wives that he wants. But under the English law, he's one man, one woman under the English law. So once your husband weds you under the English law, he can marry another second wife. And if he marries another second wife, it's a crime. And if he eventually marries another second wife, he can only marry that second wife only under customary law marriage. Only that. And that makes you the legally recognized wife anywhere. Anywhere. And to that second wife, you don't have a marriage. Because you might be enjoying your marriage now, but when the issue of rights comes up, when the issue of so many things comes up, you know that you don't have a husband. Right? Traveling, they will demand your marriage certificate and all that. You now know you don't have a husband. So please, these are um, a legal advice to both the married and unmarried. If you're married but only customary law, please go and wed your wife under English law. And if you're planning to get married, don't just get married under customary law. Try to do that in English law also, which is called statutory marriage or English wedding, white wedding, anything you decide to call it. Yeah. So my name is Stella, and the platform I'm using to give out this legal advice is Legal Saturday. You can find Legal Saturday on Facebook. We have our Facebook page, Legal Saturday, our Facebook group, Legal Saturday discussion platform, and even on YouTube, Legal Saturday, Instagram, Legal Saturday, Twitter, Legal Saturday. So join us next time.